Let's explore the cone of love. A cone is a paradoxical riddle, a mystery used in Zen Buddhism to stretch your thinking beyond the restrictions of conditioning and to explore heightened states of awareness and understanding. In this exceptionally different style of meditation, we will combine a light, altered state with exploring the cone of love to amplify a heightened state of awareness and bring forth a new level of inspiration. Prepare your space, create an air of comfort, sacredness, and safety. You may wish to infuse some essential oils or light a candle. Whatever you need to do to make your practice and time sacred. We are going to explore the mystery of love. What we think falling in love is actually chemical romance. It's a simple biological game. Zen Buddhist Osho tells us that lust arises out of your body. Love arises out of consciousness. But people don't know their consciousness. The misunderstanding is perpetuated, and bodily lust is interpreted as love. So what is love? What is this kind of conscious love that Osho tells us very few of us have actually experienced? Those who know love know their soul. They know peace and truth. Those who know love are loving and know that love cannot be confined to relationship. Those who know love know truth, because truth and love arise from consciousness. Truth and love are the same experience. Love and lust are opposites. Lust comes from chemistry and creates a sense of need, a craving, a greed within your body, a hunger. Love is never greedy. Lust is wanting. Greed is wanting. Love is sharing and giving and never asks for anything in return. Our intention is to explore love and truth. In this practice, we can breathe in lust and greed and transform it on the breath out as love and nourishment for the soul, a mini Tonglen practice of taking and giving. In this session of alchemizing your chemistry for the purpose of an altered state of mind, you may be able to break the bonds of social dogma and come to the truth of love. By altering your brainwaves, slowing down the busyness of beta thought patterns, you will have access to your unconscious. You may even access love, pure love. Bring your awareness to your pelvic floor muscles. Give them a squeeze. Become aware of your chakras from the base. You are safe. You are held. Let the vibrations of the music tingle your soul and inspire beauty. The beauty of life is being alive. Breathe in greed. breathe out truth. Breathe in neediness. Breathe out love. Breathe in cravings. Breathe out peace. Breathe in fake. Breathe out pure. Breathe in frustration and breathe out fulfillment. Breathe in attachment and breathe out grace. Have you ever cringed watching a couple being lovey-dovey, all syrupy and gooey, the air thick with chemistry? Our natural reaction is to cringe, to look away, or maybe even the opposite, stare unblinkingly. We know unconsciously this is just a couple swimming in the addiction of their own chemistry. It's not real. It may feel real for them because they have been carried away on a tide of dopamine and oxytocin. It feels so good, so it must be love, right? Real love doesn't need this chemistry. Real love doesn't come from ego. Ego needs to be noticed by someone. Ego needs attention from someone. Ego needs to hear, "I love you." The ego needs this. Real love doesn't. The ego is not the real you. It is the act you perform that you have needed to perform to appear to fit in to your society, your community. The ego is your false self. Lovey-dovey feeds your false self. Real love nourishes your soul. Real love is not a servant of another, trying to please, trying to keep them attached. We can experience real love through another, but this is only one small expression of love, an expression of who we really are. Loving. When we mistake ego's need for love, we become attached and needy. We think we are entitled for love to be reciprocated. But because it's ego's need, our false self, we only experience attachment, not love. Ego's love is never fulfilled. Ego's love is very demanding, and this poisons real love, pushes it away. Meditate on real love. Osho tells us love is the greatest experiment in life, and those who live without experimenting with love energy will never know what life is. They will only remain on the surface without going into the depth of it. Ego's love is concerned. True love knows compassion. Breathe in concern. Breathe out compassion. We are taught early on in life to love others, but to not love ourselves. We are taunted in the schoolyard for loving ourselves, And words are used like, so-and-so is up herself. Dear one, loving yourself is the most powerful thing you can do for yourself. To love yourself is to cherish your life and all it has to offer. To love yourself is to be flooded with gratitude, to wake up in awe of a sunrise. If you can't love yourself, how can you possibly love another? If there is no love for yourself, then your need for another becomes more desperate. You hand the job over to someone else, and this gives away your power. It makes a slave out of you. If you don't love yourself, you are vulnerable to being exploited and taken advantage of. You become weak, passive, in need of outside validation and approval by others. Thus, loving yourself is the most powerful thing you can do. Easy, you say, but are you sure when all your conditioning and subconscious programming has been the opposite? Our society has fed us a fantasy in the form of fairy tales and movies. Love comes from another. Someone else's love will set you free. You need to go deep, very deep, to override this unconscious conditioning. You need a self-love practice to rewrite all this conditioning. You need to alter your state of consciousness to rewrite your story of love. Choose your intentions wisely and repeat them often. Loving yourself can save your life. Our Sankalpa today, our intention is, I love myself. Imagine an intense love story, one that brings tears to your eyes. Imagine the lengths a lover will go to prove their undying love to another. Visualize the couple in this movie and now pretend you are both. You are trying to prove your undying love to you, to yourself. Repeat your intention, I love myself. The songs that define our culture engrave messages in our mind, like, love is all you need. Can you hear the words of this song in your mind? John Lennon and Paul McCartney singing, love is all you need. Da 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 da. Love is all you need. Love has become neediness in our culture, a thing we need in order to be happy. Yes, you need love for yourself, so that you become loving instead of needy. Loving yourself does not come from ego or narcissism. Narcissism is actually the opposite, a lack of self-love, creating an even more intense neediness for outside validation. The ego needs attention, not love. Loving yourself is the first step towards real love. Self-love strengthens you and brings out a rebellious side that stands up for you. Self-love protects you from others deceiving you and others trying to oppress you. Self-love strengthens your authentic voice. Your true self becomes braver to speak up and show up for you. Self-love doesn't make you dizzy like chemical romance or love bombing. Self-love is not a chemical high. It is a soul freedom, a soul high on life. Self-love keeps you turned on by life. you become loving and your turned on energy becomes highly attractive and contagious. Real love between two people never feels formal and never feels like a duty. Love is naturally sharing, naturally open, naturally joyful. When you love yourself, you respect yourself, and others can sense your self-respect. When you love yourself, the experience of loving another is totally different. You respect others for who they are. When you love yourself, this naturally overflows to others. You cannot possibly keep it contained. This is the opposite to someone who needs love and who tries to contain and hold on to love. Love cannot be bottled like perfume. Someone trying to bottle up love and keep it for themselves weakens their own heart energetically and physically. The grabbing for nourishment pushes it away. Self-love is self-nourishment. Self-love dispels inner darkness. Self-love is tremendously powerful and soul nourishing. It is a spiritual act, a spiritual path. You must find a way to unload everything you hold against yourself. You are the barrier to your own self-love. You must overcome the hurdle of forgiving yourself. You cannot ask for forgiveness outside of yourself. This hope and longing keeps you powerless and trapped under the spell of resentment from another. This resentment may not even be real, only perceived. You must find a way to forgive yourself so that you unburden yourself with the self-condemning you have done over the years and free your heart to love yourself fully. When you free yourself with forgiveness and unburden yourself from the heavy sandbags of all that you hold against yourself, you release yourself from self-condemnation and your spirit can soar free. When you feel your true self-worth and lovability, the way you experience life will change. Your self-compassion will naturally overflow to others spontaneously. When you truly love yourself, you'll never again feel alone. Being alone will feel like a precious meditation. You will never feel alone because you will be turned on by life itself. You will not need likes on social media for validation. You will not fill your silent moments with constant screen time. You will be comfortable with you. You will be comfortable with right here, right now. You will hear more. You will see more colors. The songs of birds will reach your ears and play strings on your soul. You will feel the caress of a breeze on your skin and tingle with life energy. The caress of your lover's hands or breath will flood you with gratitude and joy. Osho says, if you are not a lover of yourself, you'll not be able to look into your own eyes into your own face, into your own reality. Your mind will constantly interfere with reality, and you will not allow yourself to see what really is there. Your mind will only see what it wants to see. Meditation puts the mind aside. By loving yourself, you will destroy society's control over you, and then you can live an inspired life, a turned-on life, freer from society's conditioning.